Hey everyone, Vulsker here. I wanted to have a little bit of a conversation today on a new episode of Let's Talk. I'll have some coffee. So Let's Talk Coffee Time. And the main reason I wanted to do this video, and I started to actually a week ago, but I held off, and I know I'm a little late on some of the situations, but this recent death threat shit they came up with Square Enix just kind of brought in the whole mindset again of this video game violence and the shit that's kind of been erupting lately. So I wanted to have a conversation because I know me growing up playing Mario, hitting blocks, getting mushrooms, never once made me want to go out and fucking punch shit. Neither has any of the Grand Theft Autos or Call of Duty. I never ran and got a gun and thought, hey, I can fucking take down terrorists. But whatever be the case, let's have a conversation about it. Hey everyone. Alright, so our conversation today, let's talk. The whole notion, like I mentioned, around video game violence and kind of what's been in the media lately surrounding it. I know I'm a little late. I actually, like I mentioned, started working on a video like this last week, and I actually recorded pretty much the whole thing, but I held off, and then the shit over the weekend where Square Enix was receiving numerous death threats over their situation, arcade game, and they had to cancel a tournament because of these threats. Like, seriously, what the fuck? I don't get people that do this shit at all. But, it brought my mind back to that topic of the whole video game violence, and unfortunately now that it's actually seeping into other forms of entertainment. And what I mean by that is, for those who aren't very familiar with, a lot of it, so I remember like the whole big president and other political people were pinpointing video game violence as a reason for the two major shootings that occurred. I believe it was about a month ago, a couple weeks. And my heart goes out to the family and everybody impacted. I'll wholeheartedly say that. But I really want to say this, and this is my opinion. You may agree with it, you may not. Feel free to comment below. Let me know what you think. I don't think video game violence is a real key factor in this messed up perspective of these people. And what I mean by that, you can give the nicest person some of the bloodiest, most interactive video games, Grand Theft Auto, Manhunt, I mean even fucking Call of Duty and Battlefield, even though it's an interpretation of what war really is, so we actually fight in this shit daily, and they won't bat an eye. Okay, they may drop a tear when there's certain, storylines. They may go, what the fuck did I just watch or play? Or they may be entertained, just like, hey, this is fucking crazy, this is great, I like this. But you don't see them going out causing this shit in real life. But when you have somebody that really has issues, whether it be depression, high-end depression, let me stress that, suicidal tendencies, cutting themselves, drawings of mutilation, big fucking key red flags, schizophrenia. That's the shit that really has their, genetic and, makeup that don't interpret and see shit like everybody else or the way it should be seen. Because it's just forms of entertainment and it's a story. Some of it may be way too close to the real thing. But look at our textbooks in school. It's no fucking different. Talking about murdering and slaves all the way back to the beginning of time. It's nothing we're not accustomed to. But then when it brings it, to the main focus of the media, and there's all these articles, it's the cause, it's doing this. To me, I say bullshit. And the reason being is because you're not going to attack a medium entertainment form that I enjoy, because it's the easy target. You know, Walmart recently mentioned that they were pulling all promotion or media materials around anything that has game violence in it. So you're potentially impacting these artists at these companies by pulling their promotional work away, causing less people to be aware. Because let's face it, not everything's Call of Duty and it's plastered over every, fucking channel, or Monday Night Football and, YouTube and shit like that. So that promotional artwork and, free stuff for pre-orders, things like that, that helps draw the interest to get that company to have an audience and grow from there and produce sequels and even just more games in general. And to pull and just gut this out, you're stepping over the line at this point. I get it. You're fucking Walmart, one of the biggest chains in the world. You have to not choose sides. And then it even brought, potential rumors that they may even just stop selling them. Hey, GameStop, that's kind of, little Kool-Aid man through the fucking wall there, because if that's the case, then it's pretty much you and Best Buy and a couple other local chains around here. So you better come through that damn door. But it's just ridiculous. And before you jump on me, I actually have a little bit of experience with, things like this. And the reason being is because there are family members that I nameless that have dealt with issues like this throughout their life, and growing up, and some medical experience with school and things. I have grown a little bit of a knowledge around it. I'm no fucking expert, but I do get what can come out of it. But that's also why I say you have to look at that. And honestly, another way too, or another thing that I like to say and pinpoint, and hate on me, whatever may be the case, look at how that person was raised. I think a lot of shit like this and just behaviors and things like that stem with how they were raised. Was the parent loving? Were they there? Was the kid always with a babysitter or left alone? Were the parents alcoholic and abusive? Shit like that can impact somebody more than popping on a copy of, Friday the 13th or Nightmare on Elm Street or Saul, or then throwing in a disc of Manhunt, Grand Theft Auto, or, you can choose if you want to be good or just run around capping people, banging hookers, and running them over with a car. That is seen as entertainment and supposed to be that way. But when somebody is raised on an abusive relationship, whether it's physical, mental, and when I say mental, like verbally, like somebody just fucks with their mind. And that doesn't have to be like parents, even though that to me is one of the first things we should look at. It can be things like relationships, spouses. It can be male, female, either one. No sexism. Each side is fucked up in their own right mind. That's what we need to look at. That's the shit that really needs to be under a microscope. And the fact that now it's stemming to other forms of entertainment, and such as movies, that freaks me out. I don't want no fucking Fahrenheit, was it 451, or fucking, situations where we have to be told what we're allowed to know, what we're allowed to read, and have comics and movies and games about, because it's best for society. No, you don't fucking tell me what I can enjoy and love, because there's other people out there that are fucking ruining it. And when I mentioned the whole movie situation, the big, like, The Hunt, whether you like that kind of, kind of genre of movies, kind of Solace meets, Hunger Games, because let's be honest, it's literally just more of an adult version of Hunger Games, instead of taking children and dropping them in a fucking, children or different, ages, dropping them off on a fucking playing field and let them mutilate each other till there's one winner. This is the high rich, top seat, wealthy people picking on the poor people, and so many are grabbed at each time of the year or whatever may be the case, and then it's down fighting till there's a winner. No fucking different. And you can, and the studio has to cancel, which I believe it was supposed to be out like a week or two ago, and it was like right before it's supposed to come out, they just pull the whole movie from any roadmap of release. So it's somebody's vision and artistry and these actors and the film crew, and now their film may never see the day of light because of this negative notion around all this violence. And it just sucks, because what's next? Are we going to have comic books not allowed to have the villains wait? What's good? What's bad? We gotta stop. It's fucking ridiculous. And if, you're somebody that's included in these thoughts, or you have ideas or notions of doing shit like this, get help, okay? Get help, because if you don't open up and you don't get help, then it's going to hurt somebody else's family, and it's going to be much worse on you and everybody else. But in the meantime, everybody, sit back, enjoy what you enjoy. Whether it's, shit like The Witcher behind me, some of the bloodiest video games around there, sex, whatever you may be the case, or Pokemon, or Mario, or Grand Theft Auto, just God of War, Evil Dead, as you can see behind me, my ashy slashy. Just enjoy what you enjoy. And if you can't, and if there are the thoughts, just whatever, get help. Okay? And for you that think that our forms of entertainment are the direct cause of this shit, I say get a fucking clue, because that is ridiculous. Okay? Don't fuck with what we enjoy, because there are people out there that need help and don't know how to seek it, or people who may have, seeked out help and didn't get it. That's all I really had to say, guys. Like I said, you may love what I say, you may hate what I say. Please feel free to comment below. Thumbs up if you liked it. You want to have more of a conversation, you can always follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/Vulsker. And as always, if you like what I'm bringing out, my content, please feel free to give me a subscribe. Hit the bell. You can always get some notifications. More videos to come, whether it's on particular topics like my voyage into comic books, video games, or just, let's talk about shit like this, what's going on in our society, and, daily news. So, that's all I have, guys. Vulsker out.
Skin off.